Hey, what's going on, everyone? Patrick T. Anderson here, your local realtor, coming right at you. This is the Metro Show number 1-2, the Big 12er, coming right at you. We are in the 5th right now of May. January, February, March, April, May. Yes, it is May. Time is going by super quick, and as you know as well as I do, interest rates are going up. What we're going to talk about in this episode today is we're going to talk about the rise of interest rates. We're going to talk about what we're seeing in the market, and also we're going to talk about some life-changing tips towards creating better habits. This is not only how I've been able to implement in my own life and change my own life, but also changing the lives of those around me as well. It's an absolutely incredible thing. It's a beautiful thing. If you take what I say today and apply it to your life, you are going to be able to change your life and the lives of those around you by creating those habits, by accomplishing those goals, right? We all know that we have certain habits in our life, maybe stuff that we either want to stop or stuff that we wanted to start, and we're just having trouble with it. We're having trouble accomplishing those goals because habits don't seem to stick, okay? We're going to talk through that, and I'm going to give you 4 examples of ways that you're going to be able to implement and to change your own life. So let's get started. The Minnesota market right now, we can clearly see that interest rates are going up, okay? Interest rates are up. I think they're at about 5.5 right now %. That is a drastic move from where we used to be at 3% and even lower than that, okay? So, but I want to ask you this question now. Ask your parents, ask individuals who are older than you, what is the interest rate that they used to have? They used to be at 18-something %. They used to be at 14%. It's all perspective. It's just like gas prices, right? I'm sitting at the Costco pump and I'm thinking to myself, boy, this is kind of nice. Gas is sitting at $3.50. Well, no, it's actually not nice because gas used to be at $2, okay? We all know when it was that low, all right? And how nice it was. But here's what I want to tell you. Interest rates, though, they used to be at like 18% with our family. Can you imagine trying to buy at 18%? It's just not happening. We are still seeing, what we're seeing right now, even though we're at about 5%, we're still seeing a heavy seller's market. There's tons and tons of buyers right now in the market. It is an absolute shark tank out here. That is what we're seeing. We're not seeing it slow down. We're not seeing that shift yet that everybody's talking about. Everybody's talking about this big, scary like market crash and stuff like that. Guys, it is not happening soon, okay? Now, that is just an opinion of mine. Please don't quote me on that. But it is not happening soon. We are still seeing a strong appreciation game. Individuals, I'll tell you this. This is my opinion, and this is a fact. Is that individuals who wait to purchase until interest rates maybe go down, they're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be throwing equity out the door. They're going to be throwing money out the door. Money that would have been accrued and equity that would have been accrued in that property if they would have got in at least 5%. Okay, so moving on now, we are still, like I said, we're still in a big time seller's market. If you or anybody else you know needs some help in the market, go ahead, reach out, your local realtor right here. Anyways, moving on. I wanted to talk to you about some life-changing tips, life-changing habits that you can change your life and the lives of those around you as well. Well, how come I'm the one speaking on this? Because I have done it. I've witnessed it firsthand. I'm 3 years in now to doing 75 hard. If you guys don't know what 75 hard is, it's 75 days of doing 5 things every single day, okay? A gallon of water every single day. 1 progress picture a day, 10 pages of reading out of a personal development book a day, 2 workouts a day. 1 needs to be inside and an outside workout. And then the last one is to live by a diet every single day, to cut out all of those bad things in our diet, whether it's sugars, whether it's sweets, goodies, donuts, whatever the case is, right? Now, this is my 3rd year doing this, and it has absolutely changed my life. I wouldn't have been able to do it without creating Life-Changing Momentum-Built Habits, okay? One of the best books that I've ever read is a book by James Clear, okay? And a lot of you probably know what it is. It's called Atomic Habits. It's an absolutely life-changing book. I highly suggest going out and getting this book. It's called, if you have a pen and pad on you, or if you can just remember, it's called Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's like 16, 20 bucks maybe on Amazon. So go ahead, pick it up. It's absolutely life-changing. It has changed my life, and I'm going to share with you right now four major league tips out of Atomic Habits that will change your life. Only. You can't be sitting down eating a bag of Doritos and not doing these things and not implementing them. They are only going to work in your life if you implement, which is take action. We need to take action in our life in order to achieve. We can't just sit back and hope and pray and wait. That's not what the good Lord made us for. He gave us 2 feet to walk, all right? So we need to take action, right? Okay, so starting with number 1. Now I'm going to give you 4 life-changing tips, okay? Number 1. The number 1 reason why individuals have such a tough time creating habits is because there's too much friction, okay? What do you mean by that? There's too much friction. We aren't making it smooth. We aren't making the process of creating the habit, we're not making it a smooth transition to creating that habit. Well, what do I mean by that? Either there's too many distractions around, either we're not preparing and we're not organizing things in a way where it's a smooth process. What do I mean by that? Again, maybe you're studying, right? Let's take studies. Let's take studies, for instance, okay? Right now I'm studying for my Florida CE course, my Florida real estate exam. If I want to create this life-changing habit of getting this class done, am I going to go and put myself in a position in a coffee shop where I'm distracted? Am I going to go put myself in a position where I have distraction all around me? Am I going to put myself in a position where my stuff's not prepared, where my bag's not prepared? No, I'm not going to. You know why? Because that adds friction to creating the habit. Do you know what else creates friction to creating a habit? Let's say you want to get into the gym. You want to go work out. Well, the reason why you're not getting to the gym is because your clothes aren't prepared. Your clothes aren't sitting out and they're not prepared. You got to go through all these steps to do the habit. How can we decrease the amount of steps that we need to take in order to accomplish the habit? How can we completely reduce or eradicate the friction that it takes to create the habit? Let's take all of those middle steps that we need in order to accomplish our goal in the habit. Let's take that out of there and remove the friction. Whatever we can do to remove distraction, whatever we can do to be more organized and to accomplish the habit immediately, bang, remove the friction. Number 1. Number 2, the second way that we can create much better habits in our lives is by pairing it with something. Pair it with something. Pair it with a reward. For instance, every single morning over the past 3 years, every single morning what I do is I wake up in the morning, and what do? I wake up in the morning and I'm immediately craving coffee, okay? Just like a lot of you are as well. Whether you're craving that glass of water, whether you're craving that coffee or that book, I don't know. Everybody's living a different life. What I do is I pair coffee with getting my reading done in the morning, my devotional, my prayer, these kinds of things to help set my day, right? To set a firm foundation for us for the day. I pair coffee with that, and that's what I do. I've implemented this system of pairing a reward, which is the coffee. I reward myself through that by pairing it with it. Another example is like on the treadmill, right? If you're on the treadmill for 10 minutes, well, are you listening to music? Do you even have headphones in? Are you rewarding yourself in that instance as well? What about driving, right? Are we listening to a podcast when we're driving? Are we when we study, Maybe we're studying, right? Maybe we want to get better and more proficient at studying for something. Are you listening to music with that? Are you rewarding yourself maybe with ice cream after that? How is your reward system treating you? And are you pairing it with something? There's so many more instances and examples that we can use of how you can pair a habit with a reward and end up with a successful habit at the end, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 is called the 2-minute drill. Do the habit when you first start something in the very beginning. When I first started cold calling, right? When I first started cold calling, I knew that it was going to be a struggle. I knew that it was going to be an uphill grind. I knew that it was going to be really tough, right? And so what I did was I started with a 2-minute drill. What do I mean by that? I started with such small increments, okay? I started with 20 calls. I started with 50 calls, right? I started with such a small amount of calls, and it started to grow, and grow. Well, what's the 2-minute drill? Whatever habit that you're starting, tell yourself this. Write down on a piece of paper that you're going to do this thing, for 30 days. You're going to do it for 30 days for 2 minutes. I don't care if it's walking on a treadmill. I don't care if it's getting your calls done. I don't care if it's reading 2 pages of a dang book. Write it down that you're going to do it for 2 minutes for 30 days. And you know what? After that 30 days, your life will be changed. Do you want to know why? Because our brain is naturally going to be doing more than 2 minutes. Yeah, we're just saying 2 minutes, the bare minimum, but we are building habits small and incrementally. The biggest issue that we see in society today and why people are having such a problem is because they look at it as a mountain and they don't look at it as a small hill. They don't look at it as just taking one step, right? This is a way that individuals are going to be able to change their life by implementing at a very small portion. The 2-minute drill. Just do it for 2 minutes every single day, and I promise you, you're going to find that your brain and that your movement and your action, muscle memory, all of it is going to be more and more and more. You're going to be building and building and building, and this is what's called momentum, okay? We're slowly building momentum off the 2-minute drill. That's number 3. So right now we've gone through removing the friction, okay? We've gone through pairing it with something, pairing your habit with something that you love, right? Number 3 is the 2-minute drill. Just do it for 2 minutes every single day, all right? Number 4 is a very, very important one, okay? Number 4 is do not miss 2 days of this. I'll say it again. Do not miss 2 days. Because after 2 days of missing something, our brain and our heart are already starting something else. Our momentum is already going somewhere else. Whether it's something good, whether it's something bad, okay? Do not miss 2 days. Whenever I work out, whenever I am active, right? I'm going to go, and I'll take one break, and I'll take 1 day off. I'll take 1 day, but I'm not going to take 2 days off because I know that if I take 2 days off, then I'm starting something else. Then I'm starting another habit. And this is exactly how our brain works. Our brain works by repetition, and it recognizes that, and it asks, and it says, "Oh, there's a new trend happening here." And even after 2 days, and it's not that a habit is created in 2 days. We know dang well that habits are not created in 2 days, but we do know for certain that momentum, it only takes 2 days for momentum to begin going in another direction. That's exactly what we know. It's what I've read from some of the most successful people on planet Earth who have implemented this. These are 4 ways that we are going to be able to change our own lives and the lives of those around us. Number 1 is to remove friction, okay? Remove friction. Make the habit easy, okay? Easy access. Get things prepared. Let's take care of the habit and let's accomplish that habit. Remove the friction. Number 2, it's to pair it with something. Pair it with a reward. Pair it with something that you love, right? Make it easy, okay? Number 3 is a 2-minute drill. Start doing it just for 2 minutes at a time, 2 minutes every day. Sooner than you know it, you're going to be doing it for 5 minutes every day. Sooner than you know it, you're going to be doing it for 20 minutes a day. Neil Armstrong didn't get on his bike. I think he was a biker. Yeah, was he a biker or runner? Neil Armstrong didn't get on his bike and bike for 20 miles the first time he did. No, he started a few minutes at a time and he increased and increased and increased his miles, all right? So number 3 was the 2-minute drill. Number 4, it's don't miss 2 days in a row. Keep the habit going. Keep the snowball going because after that 2 days, we start to develop another habit. It is just a fact, okay? Love you guys so much. If you have any questions at all, if you have any questions whatsoever, reach out to me. Patrick T. Anderson here, your local realtor. Thank you so much. God bless, and have yourself a wonderful rest of the week now. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.